Hello everyone, I'm back with another episode of Tea Talks with Teachers. I'm Shamayita, your host today, a third year BMS student from NSHM Knowledge Campus. And today I have a very special guest with me, Professor Nirvik Mukherjee. He is the head of UDAY, the Sports and Wellness Center of NSHM Knowledge Campus, the HOD of the Sports Management Department, and he has recently joined us after an illustrious career in the field of sports management, having 10 plus years in experience developing grassroots sports development programs in state and government association, developing major infrastructure for the country, and worked in all the major events: ICC Cricket World Cup, ISL, Pro Kabaddi League, FIFA World Cup in India, Khelo India School Games. He has a very illustrious career, and most importantly, he has been a professional cricketer as well. So today we have got him for answering a few of our questions which we would like him to answer now. So you have such a huge illustrious career. So what has attracted you to the field in academics now?
All right. So, good morning. First of all, I've been a sportsman overall throughout my life, and I've worked with the sports management as a sports manager for almost 10 years. So it was a very good time for me to come back to academics and whatever I have learned. In particularly NSHM, I've seen a lot of talented students here who are they can build a career in sports coming down the lane. So looking at the sports field right now, looking at the sports generations, the amount of money which the government is also spending, we will need more number of sports managers in the coming down the lane. So who will be the one? These students will be the one. So my expertise, my experience in sports domain will definitely help these boys and girls to be wonderful sports managers, and they can do well for sports in India. At the end, we want to promote sports. That's the whole motive. So that's the whole motive to join academics, you can say.
Alright, so thank you so much for joining us in our college.
Thank you so much.
So you have joined us in the month of September, which is quite recent, and till that time you have organized a few events already. So how has that experience been?
Absolutely, I wanted to bring the sporting culture here. When I joined here, the culture was there, but the push was not there, I can see. But when I joined, I organized 2-3 back-to-back, a cricket event, a Fit India Games, a yoga championship, 3-4 back-to-back sports events. So we all know that sports unites everyone. So when you have a sporting event, we all unite together, and it's like a celebration, you can say. So the idea was to bring the whole all the departments from each and every campus, all the colleges, and all the students in one place and participate and play sports, and at the end enjoy the sports. That's the whole motive of my. And coming down in 2024, I have couple of more plans to organize few more events, few sports events, few events where our sports students get an expertise and learn a lot from these sports events.
Alright, sir. So in the next 2 to 3 years, where do you see the sports culture and UDAY, the wellness center and sports center of NSHM going? Like, what are your aspirations for the department?
I mean, the graph is actually going up right now. If I see the graph, it was here, it is going up right now, so it will only go up. The amount, again, I say that the amount of sports events which are happening right now in India is, you have back-to-back sports events coming up, and you will require these sports students or sports managers working as a volunteer. Recently, our 50 students work with the Tata marathon event which happened recently. It's one of the biggest marathon events which happened, and NSHM got the highest number of volunteers. In all colleges in India, NSHM has provided 50 volunteers, and they selected 50 volunteers because they saw some talent in our kids, because I also see the students are very talented. It's just that you need a little bit of polish. Whatever I have learned, whatever the other faculties have learned, it's just the polish they require from their end, and then probably they can excel in their life. That is something which I'm pretty much confident about it.
So thank you so much, sir, for pushing the boundaries here at NSHM UDAY and the sports management department altogether. We really appreciate it. And my next question would be, so you are organizing these opportunities for the freshers, but back then when you were a fresher, what was it like? And there was no, I think there was no proper academic course like sports management. So how did you get into the field?
See, I'll tell you a funny story. When I did my sports management, my parents, my relatives, my friends, they were like, what is this? What are you going to study sports management? We all know that sports has to be played. What is the role of a sports management? We never had such opportunities. We had to send our CVs across to different sports companies, and there were little, like, few opportunities that time, 2014-15 I'm talking about. The amount of job opportunities, amount of work opportunities in sports was very less, because they used to take very limited professional sports management professional. But right now, the amount of job opportunities, the amount of manpower requirement in sports has doubled, you can say, and it's always increasing right now. We all know that the sports budget, if I talk about the sports budget, the government has doubled their budget to 4,000 crores. There's like Khelo India games coming. We never know that a game like kabaddi used to be, kabaddi is the most watched game after cricket right now in India. So the Pro Kabaddi League is the second. When we talk about the TRP in media, we say that kabaddi, we have got the stats that kabaddi is the second most watched game in India right now. So that's how sports has increased. That's how volleyball is increasing. That's how other sports, archery and other sports, are also increasing. And I'm sure that sports will increase, sports will go up, and our students, if I talk about our students from sports management field, I feel that there are a lot of talented students where I feel that they can excel in their life, and they can work in multiple, they can travel across the world and do a lot of major sports events there. That is something I'm pretty much confident here.
All right, sir. So my next question would be, the freshers who are just starting out in their career, suppose they've gotten their degrees, now they are going to work in the field. So what is the one piece of advice you would have for them?
Sports is particularly all about, you're passionate about it. If you're not passionate about sports, it comes from within. You cannot force a boy or a girl to, work in sports. It's always about the passion. That's how I've always worked. I've never felt that it's a pain for me, this work, because when we work in major sports event, it's been like we work for more than 2 days, back-to-back days, and we hardly sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours, because the workload is so much. So one piece of advice I would give to my young students, my talented students, rather than, I would say that always follow your passion. Work hard. Hard work is definitely there. Never feel that it's a job, it's a burden for you. Just work for yourself, and definitely you will excel in your life. If you don't excel right now, but coming down the lane, you will definitely excel in your career.
So you are talking about a lot of changes that you've seen in the last few years. What are the changes you hope to see in the next 5 years in the industry, or 10 years in the industry? Like, what is the rapid change that we are seeing?
So particularly in sports, I would say, from the coming, if I talk about 5 years or 6 years or 7 years, there's an immense change in sports in terms of technology. If I talk about technology, there is VAR coming in, there is Hawkeye coming in, there is a lot of sports analysis which has coming in, which was not there before. If I talk about particularly in cricket, there never used to be so many technology which we used to see in the coming in back when we used to watch cricket. But right now, if you see the broadcasting, if you see the amount of technology coming in, even if a small snicker touch with the ball, there's a detection over there. So these are the small amount of developments which are coming into sports. And there's a lot of, we all know that Dream 11 is there, MPL is there. There is Sports Kida who is working into. There's a lot of PR companies coming in. There is a lot of talent management. So I just want to share. There's one of my close friend who is working with Virat Kohli. He's managing Virat Kohli. There's a brand called Cornerstone who works for Virat Kohli, and the amount of brand endorsement he does, there's 150 brand endorsement. He works as the PR, he handles media, he handles press. So you see the lot of job opportunities, and you see the lot of where the sports industry is going right now. So we can realize that the job opportunities is going up, the amount of growth is going up. Absolutely, money is involved in it, right? If we talk about, if you don't get paid well, you're not satisfied. So at the end, it's very true that sports persons also get paid well, right? So I would give you a small example. The starting salary of a sports management professional starts from roughly, a fresher I would talk about, 35 to 40,000 is the starting salary if you are a very good talented, if you have got that skill. And that goes up, the level is going up as per your experience. So I would say that this industry is definitely booming, and we will see more growth in sports in the coming down the years.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that informative answer. We learned a lot. So my next question would be, so you have had such a dynamic career. So what has been your one proudest moment in your career?
I don't remember to name any one proud moment, but I would definitely want to add two proud moments. One would be the under 17 FIFA World Cup which happened in India, where we were very the amount of workload which we had when we started, we were like pretty nervous that can we pull it off this event, such a huge event, because World Cup and FIFA, where 145 countries are playing, and it's big. So finally, I got a reward from the FIFA president, direct from Switzerland, and he came personally to me, and he just appreciated my work and whatever I have done, because I was handling the Yuva Bharati Stadium, the Salt Lake Stadium, and starting from the scratch to the end to make the stadium look like perfect, like a World Cup starter. So that was some sort of very motivating for me. And the second thing was one of the ex hockey players, Gurbaksh Singh. So I've been working with him for developing hockey in India, where we see Odisha is developing a lot. So I've been appreciated by him as the National Sports Day. He especially called me up and said, Nirvik, that I want to appreciate whatever you have done to develop sports right now, and to develop particularly hockey in India. So I would say these are the two major appreciation which I have received, which has actually motivated me to work more towards the society, I would say.
All right, that was really great to hear. That was such a big achievement. So my one last question would be, there's a new batch of students in college who just enrolled. So what would be your advice? Like, how can they make the most out of their college journey at NSHM?
See, I always tell the students that, just enjoy your studies, enjoy your work. It's not a pressure that you are doing it. You come here, uh, you know, to have to make friends also. You make very good friends because these are the friends who will be there for your whole lifetime. You make very good friends, but when you come to this campus, you also need to be very professional because things are changing, because you cannot skip classes. You need to attend the classes. You need to have practical experience. I always say that practical experience is more, it's equally important than what you learn in the class, like a theoretical knowledge. So what I suggest all these my sports management students is, or rather than I take them, so we do a lot of stadium tours, we do a lot of practical experience. I make them work in small activities wherever they can work, because that's where you learn, that's where you grow at the end. So the main motive, or the main advice to my students, which I will make sure that they do it, is uh, study study and learn. I mean, you need to balance your theoretical knowledge and your practical knowledge. That would be my advice to these students, or probably most of the students, because I also look after the other sports development here in our campus. There also I see from different batches also there are students who are very much interested into sports. Not even the students, the faculties are also, I mean, they have played sports at some sort of a level, but right now just couldn't continue because of some sort of a reason. So that's why they are studying the students, making the students teach. So the coming after joining NSHM, the whole idea or the whole motive here is to make the campus a sports hub, you can say, so that everyone loves sports. I see everyone loves sports. Everyone can get an opportunity to play sports, and that's how we grow. Because I always, again, I would say sports unites us together, and when you play sports, you achieve everything. It's actually a holistic development of your whole human being.
So thank you so much, sir. Actually, I've been here for 3 years in this college, and this is the first time in the last few months I'm seeing that extra push. The students were always interested, but then there was no one to back them, and I can see that finally they have. And we really appreciate all of your efforts to uplift our department and our college altogether. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure, and I will definitely give my best to make NSHM proud, and the students, actually our students are doing well in their life. So at the end, I want them to do well in their life. That's it. All right.
So we are ending the session today here, and I'll be back soon with another episode of Tea Talks with Teachers.